Hi guys! So you're noticing my craziness going on right now. It's Sunday morning and I wanted to make a video. Sundays are usually my mornings that I love to record. Typically those are the days that I put out most of the videos that I make, and I don't have any projects to share. I just wanted to make a video and kind of show you something I'm working on and kind of show you how I put things together. These videos I think can be helpful to people that, you know, want to start things like mini albums and don't really know, like, well, how do you get all your embellishments and how do you put your pages together? Not like building the mini album, but like how do I decide what I'm going to use in it. So I just thought I'd do like an informational kind of like how I put my things together. So basically what I started with here is just black paper bags. I'm working on a vertical black paper bag mini album, and all I did was use the Recollections black paper bags, and I'll just show you here. They're just the very simple Recollections paper bags, and these are already trimmed. I have two albums that I wanted to start. So when I pulled out my pack of paper bags, I trimmed them all to the length that I wanted because I wanted to try to kind of batch process my albums, and by batch process I just mean like kind of do two at once. Just saves if you're already cutting them, just cut them all. Cut their prep paper and everything. So this is the second stage of what I do, and I'll explain that in a minute. But the first step that I do is, and this is kind of like a mess right here, is I get all my pages cut, and then, actually no, I haven't done it yet. Okay, so this is my scrap paper from this. So I'll just rewind for a second. What I'll do is I'll decide if I'm gonna do it vertical or horizontal. And then I'll go through and I'll pick my paper and I'll just cut all the pieces that I need for here, 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 and then my flaps, which will go on. And I can link you to the tutorial. I'll link it down below. I'm using a paper bag mini album tutorial that I found on, obviously on YouTube. So I will link that and show you what I'm using. So this is my scraps from what I've already prepped for these pages. And what I used is the Authentique paper line, and it is, I'm almost positive it's from this collection. So the paper collection is Enchanted, I think. I had a bunch of 12 by 12 papers that I think, yes, I got the 12 by 12 papers from a paper pad, an Authentique paper pad. I'm pretty sure I got it at AC Moore. And then this is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet that, oh no, I'm sorry, wait. Okay, sorry, ignore me. This 12 by 12 sticker sheet I got at a scrapbooking store that I visited maybe 2 Octobers ago. So this is definitely an old collection. I tend to do that. Like, I'll just get stuff when it's on sale, and then if I see stuff that's kind of clearancing out that matches, I'll just pick it up so that I have more embellishments to complete projects. So I have plenty of paper to make 2 albums, and I'll probably have enough to make a third depending on how many pages I do and what I do with my scraps. So anyway, so what the first thing I did, and when I started this like a week or 2 ago, I just got all my pages prepped with the paper that I wanted to use. Okay, so that was step 1. So what I did yesterday was I came back and I wanted to start getting a little bit further along. So what I typically do is I'll pull out all my stamps. I'll pull out my embellishments, which would include, for example, things like this. I have some Jolie stickers that I have all throughout the album. And what I'll do is I'll actually take it out of the paper pack. Take it out of the packaging. I'm not going to open this one yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it. But you can see here, what I do is I'll cut apart everything that's on the embellishment sheet. I'll keep it attached to the acetate that it comes on, okay? And that way I can sort of move things around, see where I want to put them. And that allows me to not commit right away, which I should just commit and just put it together, but I like to play around and see where things go. The next thing I'll do is I will go through and, you know, use my spell binders and cut out like some nice shapes and use those throughout and see how I like the placement of them. These spellbinders I just got at Michael's the other day. I couldn't believe they had something new finally, but these are the fancy tags too. They're gorgeous when you emboss them. I have two right here. Can you see how beautiful those are? And they're very ornate, like especially this one. And this popped out so quick. And I think it had to do with the paper. This black paper that I have is very like, not shiny, but it popped out so fast, which was, normally I struggle with that. But this one's really nice too, and this shape on the side almost reminds me of like a spider web. So these are like labels, and what I'll do is I'll cut a bunch out. There's another shape, but I think it's in here. I'll cut a bunch out in black, and I have some orange scrap paper, so I'm cutting some out in that as well, and I'll put that throughout. I did just find this. I couldn't believe it. I thought like I would never be able to find one anywhere, but I just got this Martha Stewart. It's not a border punch, because normally a border punch you would have your solid paper and then the side would just have a border design. This actually cuts out an entire strip, so I'll just show you real quick what that looks like. You get your own spiderweb strip. So I cut out some of those to layer throughout, and then I'll also go through my stamps, and anything that I want to use as like ephemera or little accents, I'll go and I'll just stamp a bunch on scrap paper, and then I'll fussy cut those and use them throughout. And you can see here, which of course I just lost it, right here. I cut out some bottles last night and I used glossy accents on them. Hold on. Let's see if I can get you to... I need some like glossy accents tips, because I used this, and I don't know if you can see, but it's like warped. And I didn't use a lot, but I need like, maybe when I glue it down it'll flatten. But anyway, so I'll just get some little embellishments prepped, and what I'll do is I'll go through my pages and I'll play around with placement, and I'll just decide where I want everything. And again, I still haven't glued any papers down. I still have to actually use my Tim Holtz ink. I'm going to be using the black soot for this album. I still have to distress all my pages with ink. But basically, this is what I have here. I have already glued my flaps down, so that's done. So what I'll do is I'll just pick the coordinating paper I want to use. That is done first before any embellishing. And then I'll go through and I'll put things where I want and paper clip them in place. Hang on one second. Okay. Okay, so these here, actually, I plan on making my own tags based on just using up my scraps. And I have some craft card pre-made tags that I got, I think, at Michael's. So originally I was just going to use, hang on one second. I was just going to use all my tags and just cover the fronts with scrap paper. But then I went to Michael's the other day, yesterday actually, and they had, oh my god, my desk is horrible. This is totally on the fly, you guys. Jeez, why can't I find anything? So I went to Michael's yesterday and they had a lot of Halloween stuff for 30% off, and then there was a 25% off sale items coupon. So I picked up this Recollections. It's new this year. It's a paper pad, but they're like photo mats. So I didn't really see anything that really matched the colors that I was working with, except for this pad. And not all of them match, but there's a couple in here that are so awesome. And you'll see that in the album too, but like this one, The Witching Hour, awesome. I love it with the craft and the text. This one's a nice one as well. And there's 2 of each in here, so I can use them. That one's even really cool. I can use this for both albums, and I'm trying to not like hoard some of these because they're actually really cool. I can make these really wicked. So what I'm doing is, like, for example, this one here and then this one here, I used the tag pad to make my own tags instead of some of the coordinating paper. Now like this one I'd have to use as a photo mat because it's, if I cut it, it would ruin the design. But this is the sheet here that I used to make this tag. And all I did was use plain white hole reinforcers that you would get at your local office supply store. And I just use my distress inks on them, whether I do black or, you know, walnut or vintage photo. And again, I still have to finish my distress ink. I still have to distress all my papers, and I do that just right before I glue them down. So I'll just kind of flip and kind of show you what I have so far. These here was from another embellishment pack, and again I just keep it on the thing and I can move it around and decide where I want to place it. So this is going to be a pocket here, and what I've done is I just again made my own tag, and it's not glued down either yet. Nothing has been finalized. I've cut these two and made them like 3x4 journaling cards. And then I was showing you earlier when I cut out the little stamped images, I'm going to place those on the center of each and make these like custom cards. I also take out images that I'm going to use and I'll stamp them and color them. So I've decided that I'm going to use this little couple here. I like that this is kind of over them. I liked how that got placed on. I'll just tuck things away. I have not completed ideas for the pages, but I just kind of know what I like to use, and I'll just place it there. This is another cute little girl that I stamped, and I want to put her here somehow, and I want to incorporate some spider webs somehow. So again, I'll just place that there and tuck it in. I have another banner here. I have some glitter washi tape I'm going to use. The only thing I haven't done yet is prepared any of the long tags that'll go inside. That I'm not too worried about at the moment. This is unfinished. I haven't decided what coordinating paper I'm going to use. This is a cutout that I have from an old Teresa Collins paper pack that it was too much glitter on it. I didn't really want to use it too much, but it had a whole sheet, a whole 12 by 12 sheet of these ornate frames with different images inside. So the theme in this mostly is going to be like a lot of like ravens and kind of like that whole theme of Halloween, if that makes sense. Like the ravens and the obviously spider webs. These here, you guys, like I scored big time. I went to the dollar store yesterday. Let me just show you really quick what I found. Again, this video is like totally on the fly. I'm just kind of showing you what I'm up to today, basically. So I went to the dollar store to find some cool things. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to use these. I don't know if this is going to go on the front of the mini album, but I found these little skeletons for $1, so that's pretty cool. I thought maybe I could try to put one on the front, but we'll see how that works. So I picked up those, and then they had these like black rose little floral accents. It's Halloween rose with spiders. So the spiders, if you can see, are really gorgeous, and where are they? I picked some off. I don't know where they went. Anyway, I picked some off and I just used my wire cutters and I cut the little piece underneath so that it would lie flat. So this could actually be an embellishment on a page or on the cover. These flowers I'm actually just going to put in a vase and just have like a Halloween themed flower arrangement. Nothing big, like a very small one. But I noticed that these, I got 2 of these. Did I get 2 of these? I might have to go back and get another one because I plan on cutting one apart. But I mean, I already started cutting one apart, so I'm going to have to get another one. But I cut off all the leaves. I can use those behind my own flowers to add a little bit of black. And then, let's get to the point here. I'm trying to show you these. So these are like little, they're just like little branches, but they're black and they lay flat. So what I did was I trimmed off a bunch And on this page here, my intention is to have the banner up on the top. And then I want to kind of use these as like leaves coming down. I thought, sorry, I just got cut off. But yeah, I love this idea. I might use this in a couple pages to kind of just keep the theme throughout, but these are awesome. And they're like plastic, so they're not going to get ruined. How I'm going to get them down, I haven't decided yet how I'm going to keep them held in the album, but I just love the like creepy branches. Like, you know, in the movies how like they come to life and they come out like hands. I love that. So that's going to be a feature throughout the album, which I think is really cool. And then, where did I put those spiders? I know I already have some spiders ready to use as embellishments because I want to show you where I'm using them. So let me take a second and try to find them. This is really sad. Well, you know what? I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are, but maybe they're in here. Oh yeah, here they are. So basically what I did, like I said before, is I cut them out of the little floral arrangement. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then I just cut the little piece so that it lays flat. So basically, it could go on any page. And I do have some ideas of where I'm going to place them in there. And if I can remember, I'll show you. So anyway, that's that page. What do I have here? Okay, so I haven't decided on a pattern paper here yet. I do have a stamped girl and a sentiment to use there. Everything's kind of messy right now. That's why you'll see things are falling because the paper clips aren't really holding anything. I try not to use a tight paper clip because I don't want to warp the paper, so I just use them really loose. This is my method for every mini album. I know it seems kind of like insane, but this is just how I operate. I think we're all different in our crafting, so I don't think it's a big deal to, you know, have a different approach. Okay, so this page here, I have all my paper that I want to use. I have this really cool embellishment. Like I said, I love the whole ravens theme throughout. And there's two little, they're standing on two little, in two little pumpkin patches, and it just says boo, a little banner in the center. I decided to place it over one of the ornate frames so you can see the word boo better, and it kind of like showcases that. This is just one of my Tim Holtz on the edge dies. It's the fence die. And then my idea for this, and like I said, this just came from this ephemera pack. And this is a new one from this year. It's Jolie's Boutique, and I think these are actually already clearanced, even though it's all new Halloween embellishments. And it was on an end cap. Some are clearance, some aren't. I happen to have loved the ones that they clearanced, so I couldn't beat that. And the embellishments are actually very, very good quality. This is like a hard plastic. He's got foam on everything, so he'll stick pretty well. He's holding a little thing in his beak. I mean, these are really nice embellishments. I was actually surprised. So these I love. And I have two of these, and I picked up a third because I'm sending out this stamp, and this stamp is going out to my swap partner that I just showed in my last video. I picked those up for him, so I sent him out. I'm going to send him out some of these too because they're really cool. I hope he likes them. So he had gifted me this wooden bird cage in my little swap package, and I'm using it already. I'm going to use it in this album. My idea was this banner says trick. So my idea here is to kind of have him standing up on the fence as if he kind of, you know, escaped the bird cage and now he's, you know, how do I explain this? You know how like they turn the animals into people, the people into animals, like when a witch casts a spell? That's my idea. So he got out, and he's got a little bit of a human personality because he's wearing a little hat and maybe he's trying to send a message. I don't know. So I liked, that was kind of my idea for this spot. So yeah, that's that. Let me actually just take those off. And then this opens up here. And I have her that I'm going to use. I have this little house that I cut out, and this is just a glitter little swirl, and I was just going to have it like coming out of the chimney. So that's that. What do we have here? Oh, this came off somewhere. Alright, so then over here, I haven't done much. Here's another one of the ornate frames that I didn't get to show. See how beautiful it is when you emboss it? If you have a Cuddle Bug and you just have the cutting plates, get the embossing plates, because every Spellbinders that you get, yeah, the shapes are great, but if you look on the packaging, that little beveled shaded area, that's like a further, that just brings them further. I mean, you could really just turn these into beautiful embellishments. So I love that one here, and it's going to be here. I just used my stamps that I recently picked up from AC Moore, the King and Queen. Turned them into cards. I'm going to distress them all up, and I just thought it matched the shape here. So those are going to go there. I don't know what I'm using for it yet. I was just playing around with my embossing stencil, so my embossing folder, so I don't know where I'm going to use that because I don't think the gray matches, but that's just there to kind of remind me I want to use that somewhere. This here, I'm not going to use that there actually. I haven't decided what I'm going to do here, but I have the witching hour tag. I have this little piece that I stamped and cut out, and I think I'm going to use this little bottle here. I'm thinking if I could just get this to lie flat, I'd be a little bit happier. So that page there, and then the back side, I haven't used any. What is this here? Okay. I haven't covered it with paper. This was just in my stash, so I just figured the end of the album can just be October 31st. Still don't know what I'm going to do, but this is just kind of how I get everything prepped. I still need to obviously make my covers and my binding, but because I don't have a lot of time to spend, this is how I just kind of do it step by step. And I even cut up some bling last night, and I can decide placement, I can figure out where I want it to go. So that's how I do everything. I don't know if that helps anyone else, but just go through your stash, pull out stuff, and just kind of see, all right, here, does it go here? Do I want to use it there? But if you have everything out, like you can see, my desk is a disaster. I just think it really helps kind of pull things together. And even just find random stuff, like, it can be anything. I even pulled these out of my stash because I was like, oh, the playing cards, I have these little blings I've had forever. Maybe I can use those somewhere. But I decided, no, I'm going to save those for an Alice in Wonderland mini album. So still going to hoard those, but I pulled them out just to see. So yeah, just wanted to show you what I'm up to today. I'm really hoping I can get this done by Halloween so I can share it. I didn't make a Halloween mini album last year. I did go to Salem with my mother, so I have lots of pictures from then, and I meant to put them in a snap binder. Never got around to it, so this is my one project I just want to get done because I love Halloween. I really do. So anyway, that's what I'm up to on Sunday. Hope you liked seeing a little bit of my thought process that goes into my mini albums. And this is probably why it takes me so long. It really does take me so long. Oh, and I was gifted this lace from my swap partner, and I can't wait to use that. It's just so perfect. So, yeah, so go through your stash, get inspired, have fun, and thanks so much. We'll see you guys next time, hopefully when this is finished, or projects before that. All right, see you later. Bye.